We now come to business questions. I call the shuddered Leader of the House, Chris Philp.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Could I ask the Leader to update the House on forthcoming business?
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker. The business for the week commencing the 28th of October includes Monday the 28th of October, general debate on remembrance and the contribution of veterans, Tuesday the 29th of October, remaining stages of the Great British Energy Bill, Wednesday the 30th of October, my right honourable friend, the Chancellor of the Exchequer, will deliver her budget statement. Thursday the 31st of October, continuation of the budget debate. Friday the 1st of November, the House will not be sitting. The provisional business for the week commencing the 4th of November will include Monday the 4th of November, continuation of the budget debate, Tuesday the 5th of November, continuation of the budget debate, Wednesday the 6th of November, conclusion of the budget debate. The House will rise for the November recess at the conclusion of business on Wednesday the 6th of November and return on Monday the 11th of November.
Crystal.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Well, it's rather telling that only one member opposite appears to be excited about the prospect of the budget next week. They obviously know what is coming in it. Well, Mr Speaker, let me start by congratulating Morgan Edwards on his appointment as Director of Customer Experience and Service Delivery here in Parliament. He starts his role in December. He apparently was previously employed in Legoland in Windsor. Quite why the parliamentary authorities thought somebody with experience of presiding over squabbling juveniles was well suited to work here, I really don't know. Mr Speaker, we've received the business, and I have to say, in recent weeks, the business has been a little thin. We have a general debate today. We have a general debate on Monday. We have had no less than, or no fewer than 10 days of general debate so far. Yesterday we had regulations that would ordinarily be taken in committee, and business ended early on Tuesday. Now, you expect this at the end of a government's time in office. It is a little early to be running out of steam in this government's time. At this point in the 2019 Parliament, we'd had 31 new bills introduced. We currently only have 18, and a third of those had been published previously or been consulted upon before. And those bills that are coming forward are being rushed. The Employment Bill, which had its second reading on Monday, has much of its policy deferred into regulations to be debated in committee at some point in the future, denying the full House the opportunity to properly debate these important issues. And when it comes to the winter fuel payments that we've discussed previously, we should have had the report of the Social Security Advisory Committee before we voted and debated that important measure. They have now finally written their report, and they have said that they are concerned about the take-up of pension credit. They have said the government's forecasts on fiscal savings have question marks hanging over them. They have said we need a full impact assessment, which the government didn't bother providing. And they have also called for some specific changes to those winter fuel regulations. So will the Leader bring those winter fuel payment regulations back to the House to consider again, now that we have the Social Security Advisory Committee's report and now we know that they have recommended changes? Mr Speaker, the Prime Minister, I believe, is currently in Samoa attending the Commonwealth Heads of Government Summit. Will the Leader confirm that he will make a statement upon his return next week? Now, I understand that one of the topics under discussion is the question of reparations. Now, my view is that it is totally wrong to be demanding money, as much as £18 trillion, for sins, very serious sins, committed hundreds of years ago. Will the Leader confirm that it is her view and the government's view that it is totally wrong to entertain discussions about reparations in relation to things that happened hundreds and hundreds of years ago? I believe that is the government's position. I believe the Prime Minister has ruled out even entering into discussions on that topic, quite rightly. And will the Leader confirm that remains the position of His Majesty's government? Mr Speaker, finally, I ask the Leader to organise a debate on foreign interference in elections. A very important topic that I know concerns all of us. Both sides of the House have criticised this in the past. I understand that over 100 Labour Party staffers are enjoying themselves in the United States currently in the presidential election underway. Now, ministers have claimed this is all spontaneous, all organised themselves, all paid for themselves as well. But that claim appears, if I can put it politely, grossly implausible. Now it's emerged in a now deleted social media tweet or post that the whole thing was arranged by the Labour Party's Director of Operations, Sophia Patel, who posted in this deleted post that there are, and I quote, 10 slots available for campaigning in swing state North Carolina. And she said, and I quote, "We will sort out your housing." So it looks to me like that is being organised by the Labour Party's Director of Operations. Does the leader agree that it is actually damaging to our national interest? And this is a serious point. If the governing party, the Labour Party, are organising interference or campaigning in another country's election, and it will make it difficult for His Majesty's government to deal with the newly elected administration in America if the other side wins, and that will undermine our national interest. Does she accept that by organised campaigning in this way, they are putting party interest before national interest, and will she organise that debate?
Thank you.
Please, I don't need the further comments. And I'm sure you're trying to catch my eye. It's not the best way to do it. Leader of the House.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And can I also join the Shadow Leader in welcoming Morgan Edwards to this place? I'm sure he brings great experience from Legoland that can be brought to bear in this chamber as well. And can I also send my condolences to the family of Jeff Capes. As a child of the 80s, I remember what a legend he was, and his shot put record, I believe, is still unbroken. And can I also take this opportunity to once again point the House to the call for views launched by the Modernisation Committee last week. And tomorrow, new limitations on MP second jobs come into force. The House will remember that before recess, we voted to remove the exemptions on paid advocacy roles, and I wanted to give members time to adjust to these new rules, hence why they're coming in force tomorrow. This was a manifesto commitment, and we're determined to restore trust in politics, raising standards and delivering on our manifesto commitments. He raises again the issue of winter fuel payments, and I do just once again gently remind him that the equality impact assessment we published, which we weren't required to do, but we were forthcoming with it, and we brought forward to this House, which I don't think would have happened under his government, the full vote on these requirements in this House, and they were passed clearly by this place. He asks about Chogham and the Prime Minister's visit to Chogham. I can confirm that there will be a statement from the Foreign Secretary next week about that and other matters, and I look forward to him raising some of those issues there. But I'm also, the issue of reparations is an important one, and I'm glad that he's raised it, because we do recognise the horrific impacts and the understandable and ongoing strength of feeling across the Commonwealth and other communities about these issues. But he's right, our positions on reparations hasn't changed, and we are, at this conference this week, we're committed to working with our Commonwealth partners on the issues, the very pressing issues that we are facing today, and looking forward to the future and not looking to the past. He raises the issue of campaigning in the United States and elsewhere. I note that he wants a full debate on that, but then at the same time he's also questioning why we're offering full general debates on issues. So I'm not sure whether he wants a general debate or doesn't want a general debate. But look, campaigning abroad happens in every election, and people do this in a personal capacity as well, he knows. But I do think, Mr. Speaker, it is a bit rich, isn't it, really, coming from the party opposite. I mean, there would be leaders who've spent weeks debating and arguing over who would vote or who wouldn't vote for Donald Trump, and the former Prime Minister